So a little while back I got a message from a buddy of mine, Roger, who said he's got an old display case which is sort of falling apart and the paint's peeling off, but he thought it could be turned into something pretty cool, and he had that for me. I had a look at this display case. It's awesome. It looks like one of those old school desks with the flip up lid, but it has a glass window in the front. It's like such a cool thing. Now, this was going to be quite a lengthy process. I wanted to do this right the first time so I wouldn't have to go back and do anything. So there's going to be nails, putty, paint, sanding, all that kind of stuff involved. So let's get into it. Alright, so first things first, I gave this thing a bit of a wipe down to clear off some of the old spider webs and build up of dirt, and it's time to get straight into the sanding. For this I used quite a high grit, can't remember what it was, and a belt sander, and just tried to strip back a lot of that paint. I also made sure I used a face mask. So once all of that sanding was done, all the paint was stripped back, not all the way back to the wood, but as much as I needed to, it was time to get out the nails and hammer and tighten up some of those legs because they had become loose over the years. So it only took a few nails, basically around the whole display, and a little bit of putty to fill in those nail holes, as well as some other chips that have been made in the wood. And once that putty dries, it's time to get painting. After removing the hinges and taping up all the glass and everything I don't want painted, we got out the brushes and roller and got painting. So looking around the garage, I couldn't find any undercoats, so we just went straight to the top coat, and which should be alright since there was still some paint left on the actual wood, so it shouldn't absorb too much of this paint that I put on. So while that's being painted, just another big thank you to Roger for giving me this display. It's very cool and I can't wait to put some things inside it. Alright, so that top coat's done, let that dry, and it's time for the second coat. Alright, now that both coats of paint are on, we've got quite a clean finish, they're all dry, it's time to reattach that lid to the actual display. So to do this, I used the old hinges, but I did need new screws because the old ones were pretty bent out of shape and rusted. So now that lid's on, it's time to install the lights. So with these lights... Alright, so I completely forgot to mention what I was going to line this thing with. So I went down to a local craft shop and bought a square meter of this red felt. It was about $5, so pretty inexpensive. I could then trim it down and then slide it into place. Alright, let's get onto the lighting. So now that lid's on, it's time to install the lights. So with these lights, it's just an LED strip light from Kmart. It's like $15, $20, something like that. So these lights were pretty simple to install. You just rip off the tape from the back and then they adhere to the wood, and just ran those all the way around, and then I placed the cord in the back corner so it could run down the back of the display and be hidden from view. And it's as simple as that. Plug it in and turn it on. As you can see here, I just threw a few relics in there and turned the lights on. The great thing about this setup as well is you can change the lights to whatever temperature or color you want, which can lead to some pretty cool effects. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and big thanks to Roger once again for handing this display on to me. Alright guys, see you in the next one.